Hey guys, welcome back to Simplified by Sangam. Well, today we are going to solve one more interesting exercise. As I said before in the previous episode, so from today we are going to work on solving one exercise every single day. And this is all about the beginners who really want to practice their basics. So once you have completed your basics, once you have a good understanding about your basics, now you are ready to solve the basic problems. So I want you to join with me to solve the exercises. So we are going to do something like solving exercises every single day. Level of the exercises will be from basic to advanced. So right now we are going to solve the basic exercises and we are actually going to cover all the math and physics related problems as well. So people who are actually interested can implement their programming skills, and I'm with you. I'm going to solve these with you. So I'm here to explain you the concept and the formula that we are going to use and the problem that we are going to solve. Most of the time these problems you see in the real time, in the real world, when you're in your day-to-day activities. So we are going to solve these problems, and you can actually solve most of the real world problems through writing code. So the language we follow is Python. So today's concept is all about kinetic energy. So we are going to calculate the energy. Say that before understanding like the problem, we have to understand what exactly the kinetic energy is. So people who love physics, I guess you're here and you're really enjoying this video. So the kinetic energy is basically the energy an object possesses due to its motion. So when any object that actually have some motion, something which is moving will have motion. So if that energy, if that object is in motion, then that energy we call it as kinetic energy. It is nothing but the energy an object which will have, which will possess when it's in motion. So the formula to calculate this energy is we already have. So it is E equal to 1 by 2 into mv squared. So where E is nothing but energy, and these energy we will calculate the unit of the energy in joules. And we have mass, and the mass is we are calculating it in kgs, and we have velocity which we calculate through miles per second, right? Okay, so coming to the problem, here we have a 10 kg object which is actually moving with the speed of 5 miles per second. So we have to calculate the kinetic energy of the object which has a mass of 10 kgs and it have a speed of 5 miles per second. And the expected output is 125.0 joules. Obviously, the energy we calculate is 125.0 joules. Correct me here. It should be energy. I'm sorry about that. So let me correct it. The energy that we have to get is 125.0 joules. So yeah, let's work on it. So here we have the VS Code, and this is the concept that we have to work on. So we have to deal with the kinetic energy. We have to calculate the kinetic energy of the object, which has 5 miles per second speed and 10 kg mass. We have already seen this before. So let's write code for that. Obviously, the first thing I would do is to grab the formula here. So let me keep it here. So now the Python is like, what is this mv square and why this 2 is right here? Just like, what's happening here? This is not my language. Don't worry, we are going to format it exactly in the form that we want. So in Python, if we have anything to calculate in the square or in cubes, we have an operator called power. So we can use that power every time you calculate the square or the cubes or power 4 in maths. So here we have mv square, use the power. So just do something like mv square. Now if you see here, the program is not understanding what is m and what is v because we didn't give any values. So let us give the value of m. M is nothing but the mass, right? So here the weight of the body is 10 kgs, which is nothing but the mass. So let me give 10 here. And we have v is nothing but the velocity. So it's 5 miles per second. So v equal to just give 5 here. And now the Python is like, oh, now I have values and I have actually substituted them, and I have to show you the output. So print, you can just print E here. So that's the expected output. So which is 125.0, and we need it in joules, right? So we have to give the output in joules, and you can actually make this print, pretty interesting. It's just giving us the actual output. But as we are the developer, when we are checking whether something is working or not, at the time you can just do something like print E. It works. And we developer, we are actually testing it. At the time, it is good. So during testing, you can just use this print. But if you're showing it to the user, you have to think like a user. If you're showing it to the user and user wants to see some pretty good, formatting, it's something like, I'm using F strings here. So F strings are used to format the strings. Like you can actually substitute the value E in between the strings using F strings. Let me show you how. So the kinetic energy of the object is, and here you can use this beautiful flower braces, and you can just give E and just give some space, and you want it to be in joules. The unit should be in joules. So just give joules here. And now when you run it, you see the difference. It's pretty good to read even for the user. The kinetic energy of the object is 125.0 joules. So which is far more better than this. Always, whenever you are developing any application or any code that you're writing, first sit as a developer and then sit as a user who is using that. Is it good for the user? Is it the right way to print for the user? So always think like that and just format it. So here, if you see, we give mass and we give velocity, and we already have formula. So we just gave that formula. And always for power, we have an operator in Python, which is 2 stars at the same time. So that's the power operator. And you can do v square, v cube as many times as you want. So that's the power. So this is how we will actually do that. Actually, we can also design in such a way that user can give the value itself. So for that, we have to use input. Just give enter the mass. Okay, just give space here. And here you can give velocity, input, enter the velocity, and just give some space here. But when you give input just like that, usually Python actually it stores the input in the form of strings. So in order to escape from that, because you cannot add 2 strings, obviously you can add 2 strings, but that's a different story. That is concatenation. But we have to add 2 numbers. So in order to do that, you have to convert the input to integer. So you have to give this int in, and then inside you have to give input so that it can actually calculate numbers instead of strings. So now user can actually give the mass, for example, maybe 10. I'm just taking the values from here. And the velocity is 5 miles per second, and just give the kinetic energy of the object is 125.0 joules, right? And for example, if you don't give any int here, what happens? Let's see. So let me clear it up for you and let's rerun it. And here, if you enter the mass 10 and 5, you see a weird error here. Type error, cannot multiply sequence by non-int of type float. So now the computer is confused, like you gave me one integer and you gave me one string, and how can I calculate a string and integer? Computer is confused. So at that time, you always use this type conversions. We have int, float, and you have to work on it. So don't worry when you see such weird type errors. Computer is just confused and asking you to change the value type so that it can calculate according to our expectations. So this is how we calculate the kinetic energy of an object using Python. I hope you enjoyed this exercise with me. If you still have any doubts, you can post them in the comments. I will always be there to read them, and I'll try to reach out to you as soon as possible once I read them. See you in the next one.